Hafa everybody. Thank you again for joining us today at the virtual conference series on island sustainability. Now, the concept of the circular economy has been really interesting for us here in Guam since we started talking about it maybe just a year and a half ago. And as we got more into the concept, we realized that it's something that's really ingrained already in island wisdom. It's just not something that we've been naming or realizing that we were doing. But this is definitely something that we want to go back to, loop back to in our island wisdom to ensure that we're having more economic opportunities and solving some really big sustainability challenges that I think you in different islands will also be experiencing. So one of the big issues that we have here in Guam is that we import 90 to 95% of all of the food and goods that we consume. So that's a huge over-reliance on imports. We're also producing way too much waste. So if you're a small island like ours, there are only so many holes that you can dig in the ground and fill up with trash before we run out of space. Like this one in our ORDOT dump that closed 20 years overdue, and it actually created a mountain. We only have so many spots that we can fill like this. And also, if your economy is also reliant on tourism like we are here in Guam, you're certainly seeing empty streets, hotels, and stores in your tourist areas. So these are some issues that we hope the circular economy will be able to help us address. And I'm just going to give you a quick overview of how what we've been doing so far since we got a small kickstart back in August of 2019. We're in this network called the Global Consortium for Sustainability Outcomes, and we had a small grant to start stimulating circular economy industries and start meeting with partners like at the Arizona State University, who you'll hear from in the first panel, and Kamehameha Schools based in Hawaii. And so we have three components that we are using to advance the circular economy. The first is education and workforce development. So we're having workshops like this where we have dozens of entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs that are interested in this concept come in to learn how they could advance the principles of the circular economy. We're also really happy with our partnership with the University of Guam School of Business and Public Administration. We've had for the past 2 semesters now transformed their capstone course, which is called a snake pit competition that they do at the end of each semester, sort of like the Shark Tank TV show, where the whole focus now is on the circular economy. And it's really fascinating to see the innovative ideas that our island students are coming up with to take waste and make it into resources, things like coconut shells, spent beer hops, invasive species, really interesting ideas that actually have great business plans and can work. We're also working with the business Incubator, the Guam Unique Merchandise and Art, who you'll hear from in the first panel. And we're hoping that we can work with them to provide training to entrepreneurs and show them how to also incorporate these concepts of the circular economy and in effect, stimulate these new circular industries. And finally, the third component is leveraging and creating new makerspaces to give these entrepreneurs the space to create these products to go on the market. So things like 3D printers, CNC routers, furnaces. We want to copy our friend in Matt Simpson in Kosrae a bit with some of the paper making technologies that he may want to share. Lots of things in plastic recycling and upcycling as well. And so those are just the quick overview of what we're doing. We're also excited with the new $20 million grant from the National Science Foundation for Guam EPSCoR. There's going to be cutting edge coral reef science that's going to be done, but we also have a workforce development component where we'll be working with all of these partners to advance the circular economy. And I also see the administrator of our Guam Environmental Protection Agency on the conference today, and we're looking forward to partnering with Walter and his team as well. So please reach out if you're interested in the circular economy. Let's go on this journey together to transition our islands to a circular economy.